may have happened and what they are still working to piece together.
Plus, breaking news out of Port Arthur after a brief police chase ends in a crash. How it's connected to a possible robbery.
And we are live in Winnie with a preview of this year's Rice Festival, which starts tomorrow. What you can expect this year. 12 News Daybreak starts now.
Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for streaming with 12 News Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Tia Johnson.
And I'm Mark Armstrong. It's 7:01. Let's go ahead and get this morning started with the first look at your weather. We got meteorologist Jeff Gerber standing by. But first, here's a pretty look here from our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network above Orange as we are approaching sunrise there. Jeff Gerber standing by with today's forecast. How's it looking out there, Jeff?
We have some more cloud cover out there for this morning, but nothing to produce any rain. Basically a lot of middle to high thin clouds out there, and we'll see those clear out as we head towards later on this afternoon. But temperature wise, we're seeing a lot of 60s and a few 70s here and there. 72 in Woodville, also 72 in Port Arthur. Everywhere else we're looking at some 60s right now. 69 in Silsbee, 68 in Kirbyville, then 66 in Jasper, Orange, and then 65 in Beaumont. So we're starting off pretty mild for this morning, and we have this cloud cover. Oh, look at that sunrise from Packer the Prairie as we look down towards the Port of Beaumont. Beautiful out there when we have those high clouds and the sun's just coming up over the horizon. Really looking nice there. I like that sunrise. 72 degrees on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network, and we switch down to our 12 News studio. Once again, you can see some of that cloud cover out there. Day planner shows some clouds this morning that will be clearing out later on this afternoon, and then temperatures going to be climbing close to 90 again today with a little bit of a northeasterly wind. Looks like we'll see a dry forecast through the next several days. We'll have your 7-day in a little bit.
All right, thank you, Jeff. We're following breaking news out of Port Arthur this morning after a late night police chase ended with a driver rushed to the hospital. The chase started just before midnight when an officer tried to pull that driver over, but it ended in a wreck minutes later. Police say they were responding to an emergency call about a theft at the Jack in the Box on Twin City Highway. We're told while en route, an officer spotted a suspicious car and tried to pull the driver over. There was a brief chase before the driver lost control and crashed. Our 12 News crew was at the scene of the aftermath in the 5100 block of 25th Street. We're still working to confirm details with Port Arthur Police, but we do know the driver was taken to the hospital in critical condition. We'll keep you updated once we learn more.
And we're also following sad news in Hardin County. The Sheriff's Department investigating a possible murder-suicide. Deputies, they were called to a home near Silsbee on Highway 1122 for a domestic call around 5 p.m. yesterday. They arrived to find the bodies of a man and a woman, both with gunshot wounds. Sheriff Davis says that they were married. Investigators, they are still working to learn exactly what happened. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
In Liberty County, neighbors are reacting to a heartbreaking incident. A mother and her 3 kids are in the hospital after investigators say it appears she drugged the children, then tried to drown them in a pond on the family's property. It happened yesterday morning at the family's home near the small town of Kenfick. Maria Aguilera with our sister station in Houston spoke to folks in the community. She has the latest now on this investigation.
Rancho Monte Carmelo off FM 1008, about 8 miles north of Dayton. The Liberty County Sheriff's Office says a father called 911 after hearing screams. He told deputies he pulled his 3 children from a pond in front of their home while his wife remained in the water. He also reportedly told 911 his wife had given their kids NyQuil and vodka before trying to drown them in the pond.
Anytime kids are involved, it's always a heart-wrenching emotion that goes through all of us in law enforcement.
The children were taken to the hospital. A 6-year-old and 15-year-old are expected to be okay. An 11-year-old and their mother were flown by life flight. Did you know anything about the family?
No, I did not know the family.
In nearby Kennefic, people in the small town say the uncertainty has left them talking and worried.
I live right down the street. To know that those children were harmed right down the street from my home, that's really, really sad.
The incident has neighbors shaken and thinking of their own families.
They're small children. I have an 11-year-old and a 13-year-old. So it kind of hits close to home, but in a small town like this, it's very shocking.
Deputies say the investigation is ongoing. as the community hopes the family recovers.
Just prayers for those poor kids.
There are obviously still lots of questions, but according to our sister station, the family has lived in the home since 2017, and the children were not enrolled in school. We also know the Texas Rangers and CPS are helping the sheriff's office with this investigation.
Well, back here at home, this video shows water filling the roads of the Calder Place neighborhood in Beaumont yesterday. This was taken along 19th Street and Evelyn Avenue. Now, according to a post from Councilman Corey Crenshaw, city crews, they were on site repairing the issue yesterday. He tells 12 News that the line should have been repaired last night. We'll keep you updated.
Listen up, Port Arthur residents, you can stop boiling your water. After almost a week, the city says the water is now safe. Officials are still asking you to conserve water, though, as they repair the broken line that caused the issue. If you have questions, call the utility department.
All right, now to a major traffic alert in Beaumont. Drivers, they should be bracing for some nightly closures on I-10 West at Washington Boulevard. This is going to last through October 9th. Traffic is going to be diverted to the frontage roads, and Washington under I-10, that's also going to be shut down, with drivers being redirected to nearby access roads. This is going to be nightly from 8 p.m. until 5 a.m., so expect for delays until Saturday, October 4th. All right, this year's Rice Festival opens this week, and it's always a good time out there at Winnie.
Yeah, and there's a lot to look forward to this year. 12 News reporter Derek Jones in Winnie getting that preview. Derek, you got all of us in studio ready for some rice balls. How were they?
Yeah, having a great time out here. We're here at the Winnie Stool Park, and we're already seeing vendors getting ready for tomorrow. Now I'm here with Miss Alton, and Miss Alton, could you just tell me about the importance of Rice Fest?
Yeah, we enjoyed being in the rice ball area. Now we're outside next to the arena, the Lilton Saunier Arena, where all the kids are bringing their animals. For the Ag Show, there are 497 entries this year. So we're going to see a lot of different animals in there. So if you guys can come out, come walk around and pet and stuff like that. It's really good. Then we have the welding contest. So the guys are going to be making barbecue pits that attach to the cars, like for tailgating. So y'all come out and see that too. And then we have the carnival area as well. It's off to my right. They're setting that up. So there is a lot to do out here, despite all the food booths we have. We have like 35. So that's, yay. They range from outside of Houston, up East Texas, where everybody's coming from. Rice balls, barbecue, crab balls from High Island. Lots of different, I see the barbecue down there. Oh, tacos. We have some really good tacos out here. Lots of good things. Big Doobies is out here.
Nice. So from what I'm understanding, Texas Rice Festival also is helping those in the community with scholarships and stuff. And I was just wondering if you could tell me a little bit on why it's so important for the children in the community to be immersed with the rice farmers and immersed with the Rice Festival.
Oh, it's their heritage. It's the culture. It's something we don't want to lose. We want to have the farmer to exist, even the small farmer. Big farmers, small farmers, they all need to be sustained. And we promote them out here, and we now are just celebrating a commemorative, the 56th Rice Festival, and we got a historical marker has just been commemorated for us with a proclamation through the county seat. We're really excited about that. So we're here to stay, but we need y'all to come out, enjoy the food. Wednesday nights, $5 night. Bring your kids, 18 and under's free Wednesday night. They can ride rides. You can get supper, enjoy yourself, then come back out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Alton. Yes. But we're here at Winnie Stool Park. Derek Jones, 12 News. Come out and see the Winnie Rice Festival tomorrow.
All right, Derek, looks like a great time. Make sure to bring back some rice balls here to the studio when you come back.
Oh, I got tongue-tied.
A Southeast Texas music education program is providing students with an opportunity to learn how to play instruments. But organizers say your support, they need it. Instruments of Southeast Texas says it needs help buying new instruments because the ones they have now are old. The program is open to all students, homeschool, public, or private.
Yeah, 12 News reporter Spencer Plato, she spoke to the head director, who says that they are working hard to remove financial barriers that come with music education.
A local organization is putting instruments in the hands of students. I'm really devoted to this, and I'm really proud of myself.
Instruments of Southeast Texas is giving students the opportunity to not only learn musical skills, but life skills.
It's really beneficial for me and a lot of people here because we're homeschooled.
Head director of the ensemble, Vanessa Mills, says the class of 53 students learned discipline, confidence, and leadership.
We're opening doors for students who don't have access to an instrumental music education, and don't have access to learning an instrument. And there's many children in our community, believe it or not, who don't have access to learning an instrument. So we see it as providing the gift of music to students.
Strings director Bethany Wrench says the program is important. After school cuts have impacted orchestra programs.
If you want to play violin or cello or viola or bass, there's no place for that.
While the music room sounds lively, they are in dire need of percussion instruments. This bass drum just donated is more than 50 years old.
Unlike public schools, we don't have a designated budget for instruments. So we really heavily rely on donated instruments and community support for getting low-cost instruments.
Some of the instruments are very expensive, and if a kid wants to play for a few years and start to see if they want to do it, it's not attainable for them to just instantly have a couple $1,000s.
For Caleb Rhodes, it's much more than just the music.
The social part is a big part of it, but it also teaches you how to read music and a bunch of other things that are really beneficial and I've used in my day-to-day life.
In Beaumont, Spencer Plato, 12 News.
And if you'd like to donate, we have a link on our 12 News website. And still ahead here in our third hour of 12 News Daybreak, saving money on anything in this economy is a win. We have some tips to help you out at the pump in your money matters. Plus, viral video shows a crowd wrangling none other than an alligator that had worn out its welcome after spending 3 days in a parking lot. Your trending news is right ahead. Your time is 7:12.
We begin with breaking news in Port Neches.
Firefighters continue attacking the flames from the air.
We're working to learn more about a police chase.
We'll give you a live look at the scene tonight. Our crew there.
A chase in Port Neches turned into a standoff.
So we're working to get you more information.
We're going to keep you updated on air and online as we learn more.
Stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
I wouldn't say that I was like a partier, but I would say that I was a social butterfly. So we would just always drink. That night, I went through a red light and I T-boned another vehicle. And I just remember thinking like, oh no. Right after the DWI, I lost my license and I did 30 days in jail. I could have killed him because I decided to be reckless. I have a ton of regrets. I'm Katie. 5 years ago, I got a DWI, and I'm still paying for it every day.
As tropical activity picks up in the Gulf, 12 News is your hurricane headquarters. Get prepared before a storm hits. Watch the 12 News Hurricane Special, streaming on 12 News Plus. From the must-haves in your supply kit to the evacuation routes you'll need to take, plus safety tips and how you can protect yourself from storm scammers. The 12 News Hurricane Special, keeping you prepared. Sponsored by Entergy. We power life.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Patrick Vaughn here with one of the most important hurricane tips, having an evacuation plan. First, gather food, water, and medicine before storing it in an emergency kit. Plan well in advance where you're going, how you'll get there, and if you'll need to transport any pets, small children, or the elderly. For more hurricane tips, go to 12newsnow.com/hurricane.
Sponsored by Entergy. We power life.
In your Money Matters news, if you are looking for a new career, FedEx and the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, they're hiring. They are holding an in-person hiring event today. That's going to be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Beaumont Workforce Center building on Park Street. And with prices on just about everything going up, saving money here and there, especially on things that we use a lot, that can really help. Consumer Reports has some tips on how to save at the pump.
We can't control gas prices, but we can control how we buy and use fuel. Start by checking apps like Gas Buddy to compare local prices. You'll often find the best deals at stations a little off the highway or at warehouse clubs and big travel centers. Consumer Reports also suggests looking for the top-tier gas sticker on the pump. That's the higher standard fuel offered at stations like Chevron, Costco, ExxonMobil, and Shell. And here's an easy money saver. Skip premium unless your car specifically requires it.
For both convenience and safety, keep at least half a tank of fuel during cold winter months when there's a risk of shortages, like when a major storm is imminent. This also goes for holiday road trips when roads can be congested and slow moving.
To stretch every gallon starts with your tires. Check the pressure regularly, especially in colder months when air pressure drops. Driving on underinflated tires hurts fuel economy, shortens tire life, and can even affect safety. And don't rely on the Eco Mode button. Consumer Reports experts say it's no magic fix for saving gas.
We found no fuel economy benefit using Eco Mode for city and highway driving. Its true ability is to encourage frugal driving behavior.
And the simplest money saver, keep it smooth. Easy starts and gentle stops can go a long way toward getting the most out of every tank.
Now some cloud cover out there this morning, but no rain. These are just mainly some mid to high level clouds that have moved in across the area. A little weak disturbance going by. And you can see the sun now starting to come up over the Jasper area for this morning. And you can also see, what is that, some bees, or I don't know what those bugs are flying around the camera there, but got a couple of them chasing each other around. There they go. Anyway, this camera brought to you by Provalis as the sun comes up on this Tuesday morning on our Roofing 911 Live SkyCam network. Temperatures right now in the 60s for the most part. 65 in Beaumont, 66 in Jasper, 66 in Orange, then 69 Silsbee, 68 in Kirbyville. Showing lower 70s in both Woodville and Port Arthur, and about 72. Here are those clouds that we're seeing out there on the camera. Basically some high, thin clouds for the most part. We have a little area low pressure up towards Texas that's kind of pinwheeling these clouds into our area. But the backside is not too far away. It's already starting to come into Houston, and we'll see those skies starting to clear as we head towards late this morning into this afternoon. So we'll go mostly sunny by late in the day. But you can see Futurecast showing the cloud cover out there for this morning as we work our way up through the 70s and 80s. And then in the afternoon, here comes those clouds clearing out of here as we'll get up to about 90. And then we'll drop back into the 70s this evening. Mostly clear skies tonight. That should allow temperatures all across southeast Texas to drop off into the 60s for tomorrow morning. Out in the Atlantic, we have Hurricane Umberto. It still is a Category 2 storm with winds at 100 miles an hour, moving to the north-northwest at 17. It'll eventually take that turn out towards the east. And then as we look at satellite, you can not only see Umberto right here, but you can also see Tropical Storm Imelda. Or now it's a hurricane. They've just updated. Winds are at 75, so it's officially a hurricane now off the East Coast. It will not affect the East Coast as far as the landfall, but it will give them some high surf and rain and winds. But yeah, moving to the northeast at 7, and that track's going to continue to take it off towards the east and eventually the northeast, so away from the U.S., so good news there. But they're still going to have to deal with some, like I said, some high surf and rain along the East Coast for today. Forecast for today calling for decreasing clouds, northeasterly winds at 3 to 8, temperatures upper 80s right near 90, and then we back off into the 60s tonight with mostly clear skies. As we look at our 7-day forecast, no rain out there. If we'd see anything, maybe a little bit of a shower, isolated shower here and there, but for the most part, really not much rain at all in our forecast. Temperatures start off each morning, generally in the upper 60s, and then in the afternoons, we'll see highs on some days reach the lower 90s. A couple of other days, we'll see temperatures into the upper 80s, which is pretty close to our normal highs and lows for this time of year. Normal high about 87, normal low about 67, so we're not too far from that.
Not a bad forecast at all. I mean, sure, we're behind on the rain, but I can't complain about sunny skies out there as we go into fall here.
Yeah, especially those folks who have outdoor plans, those folks who work outside, need dry weather. They're happy to see this type of forecast.
Absolutely, love to see it. All right, thank you, Jeff. And just a reminder, you can download our app at any time to get the latest on the weather. Just to check the radar, just go to the radar tab in the app. And it is now 7:20. Time for some trending news. And video out of Macon, Georgia is going viral after a group of people banded together to take care of something that officials just couldn't seem to take care of fast enough.
Yeah, guess what it was? Wrangling an alligator to get him out of a McDonald's parking lot. Not someone's home.
Nope.
McDonald's parking lot. He'd been occupying it for 3 days. This happened on Sunday after the massive gator had worn out his welcome and a crowd had gathered. They said he'd been there since Friday, so they took matters into their own hands. Apparently, officials were working to get a licensed trapper who didn't get there until the situation escalated Sunday night with the crowd tying up the gator themselves. Thankfully, everyone took.
Just need a big guy with a beard in there.
Like, are y'all serious
that
right
guy
now?
just came back from the gym. He's like, I got this gator. Come on.
Like, call Leroy. He could go get him.
Love it. Need my Happy Meal.
All right. Imagine mistaking a total stranger for your tour guide and then committing to it.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to TikToker Sophia in a now viral video that is giving everyone secondhand embarrassment and a good laugh. In the clip, Sophia confidently follows the guy through scenic streets, into an elevator, and yes, even into his car. She's vibing, completely convinced that she's in the right place until he suddenly bolts down a staircase, leaving her stunned. That's when it hits her. Wrong guy, wrong tour, very wrong vibe. The internet obsessed, with one viewer saying, I would literally give everything to hear the man's point of view, and honestly, so would we. Must have been so weird for him.
Yeah, I bet he was like, is she following me? Like, is she stalking me or something? You know, you feel like that sometimes when someone constantly continues to walk by you and they're really not, or even driving. So.
Yeah, I like to take a couple quick turns to see if they're still
Exactly, me too.
All right, thrill seekers, get ready to plan a road trip.
Yeah, to Arlington, because Six Flags Over Texas is building a massive new roller coaster that will set 6 new world records.
Wow.
It will top out at 309 feet before plunging riders into a record-breaking 95-degree drop, followed by a series of inversions and wild turns. Designers say it's meant to replicate the thrill of the running of the bulls. Expect top speeds of 87 miles per hour and the tallest vertical coaster loop and any type in the world at 179 feet. It's set to open sometime next year. Gotta go check that out. I love roller coasters.
You talked about going to Cedar Point in Ohio recently.
Yeah.
I went to the Six Flags out in California years ago. It was the first loop coaster they'd had. It was old, of course, so that thing is huge compared to what I was on. Very much so. Very exciting.
The older you get, you realize what's really happening. You know, when I was younger, I would do the dungeon drop all the time. Now that's one you don't have to worry about me asking you to get on, because I can't do it anymore.
I'll take the video for you as you come down.
I'm not doing it. Get somebody else. All right. It's now 7:23. Jeff Gerber will be back with your forecast.
We're working to get more information from Beaumont Police.
Join 12 News weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m.
We bring you the latest breaking news.
And keep you safe when weather impacts your day.
Following the excitement with your team.
Covering local issues that matter in your community.
Watch 12 News at 6 and 10 p.m. and stream on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
409 Sports. To us, it's about so much more than a highlight, wins or losses.
It's the heart that makes up the game, the triumph of the human spirit.
It's agony and victory, diehards and day ones. It can divide or unify a community.
We give you the stats, but then we inspire you with the stories. The unpredictable, unforgettable, and incomparable.
We bring it to you all because sports lives in the 409.
I was invited to a party and I drank a few glasses of wine. I take off. The next thing you know, I see 2 pairs of lights behind me. They arrest me. It hurt. Now I have an ignition interlock system in my car, and I have to blow in it every day just to turn my car on. When my son sees it, I hear him in the back seat. Daddy, what are you blowing in? It's embarrassing. My name is Eric Guerra. I had just a few glasses of wine, 8 months out, and I'm still dealing with the consequences of it.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Patrick Vaughn, here with another hurricane tip, protecting yourself against damaging wind. Secure or bring inside outdoor items such as lawn furniture and trash cans to prevent them from endangering property or people. Trim or remove trees close enough to fall on your home and protect windows with permanent storm shutters or sheeting. For more hurricane tips, go to 12newsnow.com/hurricane.
Sponsored by Entergy. We power life.
Welcome back. TEA Commissioner Mike Morath, he's going to be in Beaumont today, and he's going to be visiting Vincent Middle School to discuss BISD's accountability rating and improvement plan as the district is facing a possible state takeover. Beaumont ISD says that it's going to showcase strategies to boost student achievement and provide more classroom supports.
And speaking of school, here's the bus stop forecast. Pretty mild this morning, a lot of 60s out there, warm at recess 83. We'll see a little bit more sunshine on the way home, but that will heat us up. We'll be looking at temperatures into the lower 90s on the way home, but dry conditions. Along the coast, mostly smooth today on the inland lakes and bays. We'll see a northeasterly wind at 5 to 10 knots along the coast, and that'll bring our seas only about a foot, so not too much there. Only one high tide today. That was way early this morning at 1:47. Sunrise was at 7:09. Our sun sets tonight at 7:02. Right now off Texas Point, we see a northeasterly wind at 9 to 7 miles per hour. Water temperature out there into the Gulf, generally into the middle to upper 80s, right off the coast of southeast Texas.
All right, Jeff, and coming up here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus, a police chase in Port Arthur ending in a crash, how it's connected to a possible theft.
Plus, we're live in Winnie with a preview of this year's Rice Festival, which starts tomorrow. What you can expect this year.
And a new actress is getting lots of attention and lots of backlash. Why the AI-generated star is causing concern.
And your time right now is 7:27. You're taking a live look at the skies of Jasper from our Roofing 911 Skycam network. We'll have more news and weather in just a few minutes.
Good morning, Southeast Texas. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak on 12 News Plus. I'm Mark Armstrong.
And I'm Tia Johnson. The time now 7:30. Let's take a look at your top stories this morning. A Beaumont man will spend 2 years in prison after pleading guilty to deadly conduct. Prosecutors say 21-year-old Wesley Davis fired more than 20 shots across Beaumont, including at a home on East Virginia. According to police, the shootings were part of a feud between two groups.
And a Jefferson County judge sentenced a Port Arthur man to 10 years probation for a deadly hit and run. Carl Ross Sr. pleaded guilty to collision involving death and involving serious bodily injury. Police say that he hit two people with a pickup truck on Gulfway Drive in December of last year. Sergio Torres was killed and Mary Howard was seriously hurt.
A Beaumont man will spend 5 years in prison for stabbing another man back in April. Tondred Campbell pled guilty to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon yesterday. Police say he stabbed a man who was lying on a sidewalk on McFadden Avenue several times. Thankfully, that victim survived. Switching gears now to take a live look outside. First, from our Roofing 911 Skycam, we're looking at the skies of orange. Meteorologist Jeff Gerber is standing by. Jeff, another view of Beaumont. Lots of people seeing the sun in our area.
Yeah, we're seeing some cloud cover too out there for this morning, but that's just a weak disturbance kicking up a few clouds. Nothing as far as any rain for today. Temperatures generally in the 60s with the exception of Port Arthur and Woodville, which are showing 72 right now. Then everyone else is looking at some mild temperatures back into the 60s, from about 69 in Silsbee to 68 in Kirbyville, then Jasper and Orange at 66, and then Beaumont here at about 65. So pretty nice start for your Tuesday. Outside, you can see the sun coming up over Beaumont, the Port of Beaumont. Also see some of those clouds we were talking about. They'll stick around probably through about lunch or so, and then eventually start to move out of here. You can see some of those clouds right here from our 12 News studio as well. This camera brought to you by Mid-County Plumbing. Our day planner showing those clouds clearing out of here slowly for today, especially during the afternoon. We'll see a little bit of a northeasterly wind today between about 3 and 8 miles per hour. Most of the day will actually be in the 80s, but I think we'll reach maybe 90 for an hour or two during the middle part of the afternoon. So be a hot afternoon, but it will be dry. Looks like we'll see more of that as we go through the next 7 days. We'll take a complete look at your 7-day forecast and weather in just a little bit.
Thank you, Jeff. And we're continuing to bring you the latest in that breaking news out of Port Arthur this morning, where a police chase overnight ended with a driver in critical condition. This all happened just before midnight after an officer tried to stop a car near Twin City Highway. Now, officers, they were heading to a theft call at the Jack in the Box when they spotted a suspicious vehicle and attempted to pull it over. But instead, that driver took off and that pursuit was short, ending in a crash on the 5100 block of 25th Street. Our 12 News cameras, they were there as police secured the scene. The driver was taken to the hospital in critical condition. We're asking Port Arthur Police for more details this morning, and we will bring you the latest as soon as we learn it.
Developing in Hardin County this morning, the Sheriff's Department is investigating a possible murder-suicide. Deputies were called to a home near Silsbee on Highway 1122 for a domestic call around 5 p.m. yesterday. They arrived to find the bodies of a man and woman, both with gunshot wounds. Sheriff Davis says they were married. Investigators are still working to learn exactly what happened. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Jury selection began yesterday for a man charged in 2 fentanyl deaths. Dalton Batiste is facing 2 murder charges. Both of the deaths happened in January of last year, now according to court documents. We're going to keep you updated as that trial moves forward.
Time now 7:33. First responders in Hunt will have a new fire truck after a donation from Jefferson County ESD3. They wanted to give back to the Hill Country after the deadly floods on July 4th. This comes after the Emergency Service District received a new engine of its own a few weeks ago. 12 News reporter Cameron Burchett has more.
During the July 4th floods, the Hunt Fire Department responded and saved lives. But while doing so, their own equipment and fire station were ruined. Jefferson County ESD3's engine 31 has been in service at the station for almost 20 years. Although well loved and maintained, a new engine replaced it July 1st. Fire Chief Philip Kibido with the ESD says they saw a need and wanted to fill it.
We both received donated equipment from around the state, from around the region, from locally in Jefferson County, from air packs to fire trucks to bunker gear, all types of things. And now it's just our turn to pay it forward, and it means a lot.
Hunt's fire chief tells ESD3 board member Rich Corville that their station is still being repaired.
A lot of the debris has been removed. They've got a lot of new gear in there, and they're turning wrenches and working on stuff, and and getting their department back together. So it's we're going to be proud to roll in there tomorrow with a piece of apparatus that they can use. I think it's going to be a great day.
Rich says the engine also comes with gear that the firefighters in Hunt may need, like bunker gear and other surplus items.
And the fire engine hit the road at 4 this morning. Commissioner Corville says they should make it to Hunt this afternoon.
All right, well, this year's Rice Festival about to open, and it's always a good time out there in Winnie, and there is a lot to look forward to this year. Our 12 News reporter Derek Jones, he's live in Winnie this morning with a preview of what to expect. Derek, please tell us you're bringing back some of those rice balls this morning.
I got you guys some rice balls. They're waiting on the side, but we're here with Chris Street. And Chris, could you just tell me a little bit about how those rice balls are made?
Well, they're made, they start on Saturday. They make the little chili inside that has to cool and everything. Then on Sunday morning, I think 3:30, 4 o'clock, the men start cooking the rice, being supervised by the ladies, of course. And then once the rice is cooked and starts getting, I think they cook the rice for almost till 10 o'clock. They cook rice, 128, 130 pots. I did it one year. I got replaced pretty quick. I wasn't good help. I was not good help. Well, but it's a sight to see. 300 people. Yeah. And they get it done from 3 in the morning till about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, 16,000 rice balls.
16,000. I had one of those rice balls, and when I was eating it, I was tasting the cornmeal and the rice and the beef, chili. It was really good, really savory. I tasted a little bit of sweetness, too. I don't know if that's normal.
You know, it's a well-kept secret. I know there's Parmesan cheese in there. I mean, but there's a handful of people that know the recipe. That's all I know. It's a well-kept secret.
Well-kept secret. So could you just tell me a little bit about the volunteers who put effort into making this festival happen? Because I'm understanding it's a community effort.
In some form or fashion, I think everybody in Winnie works here. They've been doing it the same way forever. It's grown. We have no paid employees. Actually, the secretary, we used to have a secretary, and one of our past presidents, Sissy Leger, has been the secretary. She was a fill-in about 7 years ago, and she's never went away. We just pay her double every year. We double her pay every year. So it all goes back into the community. Thousands and thousands of dollars every year. We give away, I forget how many scholarships. We have a scholarship parking lot. People pay $150 for the parking place. 268 of those. That's over $30,000, and every bit of that money goes into our scholarship fund.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Street.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you, too. So if you guys are wanting to come out to the Winnie Rice Festival, gates open tomorrow. They're going to have all types of activities, a livestock show, a pageant, and, of course, you guys need to come and get these rice balls because they are delicious. Derek Jones in Winnie, Texas, 12 News.
All right, Derek. Food, fare, and music. You can't go wrong with the Rice Festival. Thanks a lot, Derek.
Across the nation this morning, the government is set to shut down at midnight tonight, and right now a spending deal appears unlikely. With the time running out, Republicans are pushing for a short-term funding fix to keep the government running until November 20th, but Democrats are demanding a new bill that reverses cuts to Medicaid and prevents health insurance premiums from rising. The funding bill needs 60 votes to pass the Senate, meaning Republicans need 7 Democrats to join them.
Because Republicans have decided to shut the government down and hurt the American people.
I think we're headed to a shutdown because the Democrats won't do the right thing.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune plans to force the Senate to vote today over and over again. If there's a shutdown, essential government employees like air traffic controllers, TSA agents, and members of the military could be required to work without pay.
And if you have kids, this one is for you. ChatGPT is introducing a new feature, parental controls. OpenAI announced yesterday parents can now link their accounts with their children's. The linked accounts will limit answers related to graphic content, sexual role play, viral challenges, and extreme beauty ideals. Now, parents will also be alerted if their child shares thoughts of self-harm. The change comes after a family sued OpenAI, alleging that ChatGPT encouraged their son to die by suicide.
Meanwhile, growing backlash this morning over a new actress commanding the spotlight. That's because she's not real. She's AI generated, and now real-life Hollywood stars are concerned about the competition. Here's ABC's Perry Russum.
This morning, Hollywood actors speaking out, responding to reports that multiple talent agencies are interested in signing an AI actress.
I'm built on everything that came before me.
Tilly Norwood might seem like any other aspiring actress. She has an Instagram page showing off her screen tests alongside candid moments.
Tilly Norwood, 100% AI generated.
She even posted this video on Facebook, which she says features her first on-camera role.
Let's get to know each other, and thanks for watching.
But Tilly Norwood is not a real actress. She's a character generated by artificial intelligence. Her creator says she's getting very real attention. Elaine Vander Velden runs the AI talent company that made Tilly. She says, when we first launched Tilly, people were like, what's that? And now we're going to be announcing which agency is going to be representing her. But that announcement not sitting well with many Hollywood stars. Emily Blunt saying, that is really, really scary. Come on, agencies, don't do that. Marvel star Simu Liu saying, movies are great, but you know what would be better is if the characters in them weren't played by actual humans, but by AI replicas approximating human emotion.
You are suddenly up against something that's been generated with 5,000 other actors. It's been given all of these, you know, it's got Betty Davis's attitude, it's got this one's, it's got Humphrey Bogart's lip. So it's a little bit of an unfair advantage.
Vander Velden insisting Tilly is not a replacement for a human being, but a creative work, a piece of art. AI characters should be judged as part of their own genre on their own merits, rather than compared directly with human actors. But just a few months ago, Vander Velden said she wanted Tilly to be the next Natalie Portman or Scarlett Johansson. The fashion industry is also under scrutiny. Guess and J. Crew have faced criticism for featuring AI models. Perry Russell, ABC News, New York.
Still ahead, the Beaumont Police Department is rolling out a new program, how it'll help some of the most vulnerable in our community. Plus, an admission caught on camera that's both bizarre and hilarious. Watch a man admit to crashing into a cop car on purpose and why he says he did it. It's now 7:42.
As tropical activity picks up in the Gulf, 12 News is your hurricane headquarters. Get prepared before a storm hits. Watch the 12 News Hurricane Special, streaming on 12 News Plus. From the must-haves in your supply kit to the evacuation routes you'll need to take, plus safety tips and how you can protect yourself from storm scammers. The 12 News Hurricane Special, keeping you prepared. Sponsored by Entergy. We power life.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan. Kind, courteous, and safe.
The impact killed my dad and brother instantly. A man, after drinking excessively with his coworkers, ran a stop sign, T-boned my parents' Honda, and destroyed our family. He could have just said, hey, I'm not okay. There's Lyft, there's Uber, there's taxis. There's so many other options. Every day, someone else can be taken away.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Patrick Vaughn, here with some hurricane tips for protecting yourself against flooding. Take shelter in a designated storm shelter or an interior room and stay away from glass windows or doors. And if flooding begins, move to higher ground immediately. Never walk, swim, or drive through floodwaters. Remember, turn around, don't drown. For more hurricane tips, go to 12newsnow.com/hurricane.
Sponsored by Entergy.
If you're just getting ready to walk out the door, you notice a little bit more cloud cover out there for this morning, but the sun's still trying to shine through some of those high-level clouds that we have. Here's the view from Packer LaPrade in downtown Beaumont. Downtown Beaumont, looking at the Port of Beaumont on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. Currently showing 72 degrees, humidity at 77% with a little bit of a north wind at about 4 miles per hour. But these clouds will stick around through the morning and then eventually clear out of here as we head towards this afternoon. A lot of 60s, just a couple of 70s here and there, showing 72 in Port Arthur and Woodville. Officially in Beaumont, at least out of the municipal airport, we're having 65 right now. 66 in Orange, also 66 in Jasper. Kirbyville's at 68, and then Silsbee currently showing about 69. Here's that little weak disturbance kind of moving through the state of Texas, now moving into East Texas and Louisiana. And there's some clouds associated with it, but nothing really as far as any rain. The atmosphere is just too dry. Might be a few sprinkles up there towards the Dallas area and the Texas Panhandle for this morning, but it's a pretty weak little disturbance coming through. The back edge of those clouds just now getting into the Houston area, and we'll see those clouds clear out here a little bit later on this afternoon. But this morning, we'll go partly to mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures climbing up through the 80s, around the upper 80s at lunchtime, and then we'll get into the lower 90s for a little bit this afternoon. As we head into this evening, 80s and eventually 70s. Look at the clouds clearing out of here, and then we'll see those lows in the 60s tonight thanks to those clouds moving out. Out in the Atlantic, we still have our two storms. Now, both of these storms are hurricanes. This is Humberto. Winds are at 100 miles per hour, moving to the northwest at about 17. Category 2 storm. It'll continue to move away from the U.S. out into the open Atlantic. And then we have now Hurricane Imelda, which is just off the coast of the southeastern U.S. I guess it's a little ways out there. I guess you can see officially 180 miles north of the islands down there. So it is moving off towards the east, or will be moving off towards the northeast at about 7. Winds are at 75. So it's a minimal hurricane, but a hurricane. Looks like Humberto looks a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger than Imelda, but Imelda will be pulled off towards the east and will weaken as we go through the next several days. So we'll see some rain, some high surf along the east coast, but nothing like a direct hit would do for them on the eastern seaboard. Our forecast for today: decreasing clouds, northeasterly winds at 3 to 8, temperatures close to about 90, and then for tonight we'll back off into the 60s, a lot of middle to upper 60s with mostly clear skies. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast, and we're showing temperatures into the upper 60s as we go through most mornings, and then the afternoons will bring us into the lower 90s and upper 80s. Really won't see a whole lot of change over the next 7 days. Really not much of a chance for any rain through the next 7 days.
Forecast we always wished for right here. I feel like no clouds in the I mean, I know there's some clouds out there, but no rain clouds out there.
Speak for yourself, Mark. I prefer a little cooler temps. Give me the 70s, 60s.
Well, November, December.
Barely December, because then it'll be turtleneck season for real.
I prefer Hawaii for the record when it comes to weather, but
Yeah, I understand that. Humid, but still in the 70s and 80s. That's not bad.
It's Southeast Texas.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jeff. And just a reminder, you can download our app at any time to get the latest on the weather. You can check the radar tab check the radar by going to the radar tab. And Beaumont Police Department, they are offering a new program.
Yeah, it's meant to help some of the most vulnerable people in our community. Show News reporter Daniela Tabuada-Palau explains.
Every life matters. So whether it's a city of 5,000, 100,000, a million, that one life matters to someone.
Officer Roderick Williams says that's exactly what Beaumont Police Department had in mind when the Take Me Home program was created.
If you have someone that has Alzheimer's, IDD, autism, any type of mental disorder that causes them to possibly wander off or not, or disorient themselves, you can apply for Take Me Home.
Families can provide key information like a current photo and physical description, medical needs or conditions, emergency contacts, and helpful calming strategies. Information that can help police find your loved one quicker, according to Program Director Aletha Jackson.
This information can be disseminated to law enforcement while they're en route to the call and help them be reunited with their family as fast as possible.
She was definitely a wanderess.
Beaumont resident Jael Moody's mother was diagnosed with dementia in 2020. Now bedridden, her mother doesn't wander.
I'm like, it sent us into a panic because it's your mom, it's your loved one, it's someone that you deeply care about.
A state of panic that can slow down the search.
When you're in a state of panic and you're worried about your parent, you're not in a state to say, oh, she's 5'2".
Moody believes the program will help so many families.
That would be a lot more helpful because at the time you're just wondering, where is she? How can I get to her? How can we find her?
Now registration is open so you can get your loved one into the database.
Yeah, and we have a link to that on our website, 12newsnow.com. All right, our game of the week, it's a big one this week. LCM and Hardin Jefferson, they're going head-to-head. Kickoff is at 7:30, Friday night, of course, at Hawk Stadium. Also, be sure to get in your votes for the band of the week. Just go to 12newsnow.com/band to decide if it's going to be the Battlin' Bears or the Hawk Band that's going to win this week. Well, check this out. An Illinois man in hot water this morning, and police body cam video shows why he only has himself to blame.
Yeah, it all started with a crash. Take a look.
Jeez.
Fairview 187. My vehicle's just been hit. Start an ambulance.
Hey, what happened?
You tell me.
I need a new car.
What?
Hey, don't say the quiet part out loud, man.
That's the suspect approaching the officer after ramming his patrol car, saying he needs a new car now. It happened as the officer was conducting a traffic stop. The man was then caught on the officer's body camera, admitted to drinking and ingesting weed, and that's not all.
I did that on purpose, sir.
What, you hit me on purpose?
Yeah, I did.
Why is that?
I'm bored.
You bored?
I'm bored.
So you ran in the back of me on purpose?
Yep.
Why is that?
I hate cops, man.
Yeah? All right.
Wow.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, don't say all that, man. Get you a lawyer. Jeez.
All right. Well, the man now faces several charges, including criminal damage to government property and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
He had a nice car, too.
He wanted a new one.
I have to think there's something going on with that guy. That's just a little wacky, to say the least. But maybe everything he said is true, and we just have to take it at face value. Yep.
Some bold people out there, baby.
Yes, there are.
All right. Well, when Daybreak returns on 12 News Plus, we'll have your morning rush out. It is now 7:52.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers,
Filtering out rumors and giving you the facts direct from inside sources.
ExxonMobil and lawyers for the United Steelworkers.
Taking on the story from all sides.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection last year.
Southeast Texas is a power city, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
We begin with breaking news in Port Neches.
Firefighters continue attacking the flames from the air.
We're working to learn more about a police chase.
We'll give you a live look at the scene tonight. Our crew there.
A chase in Port Neches turned into a standoff.
So we're working to get you more information.
We're going to keep you updated on air and online as we learn more.
Stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
409 Sports. To us, it's about so much more than a highlight, wins or losses.
It's the heart that makes up the game, the triumph of the human spirit.
It's agony and victory, diehards and day ones. It can divide or unify a community.
We give you the stats, but then we inspire you with the stories. The unpredictable, unforgettable, and incomparable.
We bring it to you all because sports lives in the 409.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
I'm meteorologist Kerry Cooper here with another hurricane tip, cleaning up safely. After the storm has passed, avoid damaged or fallen power lines, poles, and downed wires in case of electrocution. Wear appropriate protective equipment including gloves, goggles, and boots. Clean and disinfect everything that got wet, and when moving heavy debris, Work with a partner. For more hurricane tips, go to 12newsnow.com/hurricane.
Sponsored by Entergy. We power life.
Welcome back to Daybreak. It is now 7:55 and it's time for your morning rush out.
Yeah, here's everything you need to know as you start your day. In Hardin County, the Sheriff's Department is investigating a possible murder-suicide. Deputies, they were called to a home near Silsbee on Highway 1122. That was yesterday afternoon. They found the bodies of a man and a woman, both with gunshot wounds. Now, Sheriff Davis says that they were married. Investigators, they are still working to learn what exactly happened.
In Port Arthur, a police chase ended in a crash just before midnight after an officer tried to stop a car near Twin City Highway. Police were heading to a theft call at a Jack in the Box when they spotted a suspicious vehicle and tried pulling the driver over. The driver took off, eventually crashing in the 5100 block of 25th Street. They were taken to the hospital in critical condition. We'll update you once we confirm more.
7-day forecast continue to show dry weather all the way through early next week. And we'll continue to see some hot temperatures here in the next few days. Some cloud cover out there this morning will break up, give us some sunshine this afternoon. We'll get up around 90, lower 90s for Wednesday and Thursday. Maybe a little bit cooler for Friday and Saturday, but overall, just a hot, dry forecast.
Well, Tina's Tales is back. I hope you'll join me and Vider a week from today on Tuesday, October 7th for a morning of fun and learning. That's a little more convenient for those of you who do homeschooling. I'll read and then we'll do some activities together. It starts at 10 a.m.
Glad to see the return of Tia's Tales. Now, this is the first one you've done this season, or?
For this school season, I did a couple this summer.
Okay.
Took a little break. Had a little Saturdays to myself.
Absolutely, you should.
But this one isn't on Saturday, it's on Tuesday.
That's great. That's
first
great.
for the school year.
I'd love to come, but I'm working, yeah.
Oh, well, there'll be more Saturdays.
I'm sure, yeah.
You got time to
Let's
take off.
get you there, buddy.
I can't wait.
Thanks so much for watching Daybreak here on 12 News Plus.
Jeff and I will be back at 11.
Have a great day.